Okay, whenever you're ready, Curtis.
All right. Let me see if these calls go through real quick. I didn't cut off or anything.
Oh, not a
I
bit.
figured it was a way to start it, you know. So
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
we are calling all hunters in Illinois. We got a huge event coming up in the Chicagoland area we call Illinois Hunt Camp, and it's going to be in Wakanda, Illinois on September 23rd. And one of the biggest aspects of Illinois Hunt Camp is the mentored hunts and all the sweet gear that we have for prizes. I'm going to kick it over to Dan and Jason because they're sitting by our prize table. It's getting built up right now, waiting on a big order from Vortex or a donation from Vortex Optics that's coming in the next day here that's going to beef that table up even more. But that's starting to look pretty juicy already, fellas.
It is, and like you said, this is really just kind of a sample of what kind of prizes and other outdoor equipment we'll have at Hunt Camp. And our table's about full. We kind of had to stop putting stuff just because our table's only so big. So it's gonna be a fun event. But one thing we really wanted to also highlight, in addition to all this cool stuff, whether it's Tacticam, cellular trail cameras, Reinhardt 3D targets, which if you've never shot a Reinhardt 3D targets, they are by far my favorite. They just seem to last forever as opposed to some of the cheaper models. But gun cleaning supplies, we've got gift cards from Lancaster Archery Supply. We've got a lot of cooking and other related equipment, whether it's digital thermometer, food saver related stuff, so packaging. So we've got it all covered for you. We're quite excited as this continues to build up. But one of the other really cool kind of prize packages we put together is various mentored hunts. So we'd like to spend just kind of a few minutes highlighting some of the exciting opportunities that we're going to have available for participants at Hunt Camp to potentially win. And again, this is just kind of a quick sample of what we've got so far. But we're starting to build up quite the collection. But before we get too much further, I do want to share the website for Illinois Hunt Camp. So if you're looking for more information, we have a website, illinoishuntcamp.com. It's got all the information. You can learn about our ambassadors. We're going to have about a dozen past participants who've been through the program, who've been successful hunters and outdoors people over the past few years, and they're going to be easily identifiable with Blaze Orange Vest. And feel free to ask them any and all questions you may have related to hunting, to outdoor recreation, and to Hunt Camp. So we look forward to having all these individuals there. But main website, it's got all the information you need. It's got the location. It's got a link to go ahead and get your tickets. So check out that website at illinoishuntcamp.com.
Yeah, and before you get into the hunts here, Dan, I just want to say that tickets are just $10. They include dinner and your raffle tickets. So the raffle tickets aren't for sale. We just give them to you right at the door, and you get a chance to possibly win some more depending on what games we have. And we'll be going over that in a second. So if you win some games, you get more raffle tickets. So this is not a fundraiser. We are just trying to give people stuff the best way we know how, and that's through this event. And so all the ticket sales are going to be going towards purchasing even more stuff to give away at Bass Pro Shop and other stores. We can go out and pick up some more hunting gear to give away. So it's just a big giveaway and not your typical fundraiser event that you might go to for other organizations.
Sure. The whole kind of theme of this event, before we dive into these hunts, is really just bringing hunters together for an evening. Historically, when I grew up hunting, we always had the hunter check stations where everybody brought their deer for after that, first couple days of firearm season. You got to sit around, swap stories, and that's something that's missing for a lot of hunters. And so that's what we're trying to recreate with this event, is not only provide, cool outdoor stuff, a bunch of mentored hunts, but also just kind of rebuild that camaraderie in hunting. So check it out. But we're going to go through some of these hunts real quick just to really show the different level of opportunities that we're going to have. And Curtis, if you want to kind of give just a quick description while I kind of pull up these hunts, that it's not just hunts we're giving away, right? There's a lot of other experiences.
Yeah, so we call these outdoor experiences. Most of them are hunts because, hey, we're the Illinois Learn to Hunt program, right? But we're going to have some other stuff on there too. Maybe you like fishing. Maybe you just like getting out and enjoying the outdoors in other ways, foraging or learning some biology. We got some really cool stuff. We're going to have, I assure you, just as full as that gear prize table is, the hunt table is going to look just as full. And it's going to be with actual experiences. And these are memories. These are adventures that you could be talking about for who knows how long. So to me, this is even better than the gear prize table. These things are awesome. And Well, I'll let you go through this one first. Late season squirrel hunt, man, I'm there. Sign me up.
Yeah,
Fred.
this one's going to be a lot of fun. We have quite a few squirrel hunts put together for this event, but we really wanted to highlight this one. This has been donated generously by Freddie Reyes, who is actually an ambassador for Hunt Camp, so he'll be there in his blaze orange vest, so you can talk to him all about it. But what's really unique is he's fluent in Spanish, and so if a language barrier has been an issue for you getting involved in hunting, he's donated several hunts. He did a squirrel hunt as well as an upland hunt with his dog Bailey, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But again, this is a Spanish speaking opportunity, so come check it out. You'll have an opportunity to get out in the field and learn from Freddie. He's a great hunter, even though he's only been hunting for 4 or 5 years. He's already about as experienced as they come. He's really dived into learning animal behavior, learning how to read the habitat, learning how to read the sign, and I think you'll really enjoy this hunt. Whoever wins this hunt is going to have a good day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those ones where the student becomes the teacher.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
It's really awesome to see when that full circle goes through the program like that. So he's just an awesome example of someone who can jump right into it and just fall in love with it.
Sure.
Really.
And kind of sticking along the same vein of another late season squirrel hunt, this is actually with us. So this is with myself, Jason, Curtis, and then you may not recognize the name on there, Phil Borsdorf. He's actually the new IDNR, Illinois DNR Hunter Heritage Program Manager. And so this is going to be a group squirrel hunt. So this is a unique opportunity. And the way we've kind of designed this hunt is we're going to draw 2 winners. So 2 people are going to win, and they have the opportunity to bring an additional person along with them. So they have a +1. And when we draw these hunts, the way it's going to work is we're going to ask them if they do have a +1. If the answer is yes, then great, that spot's filled. If the answer is no, we're going to go ahead and draw another name right then and there and award that spot. So we're going to make sure to fill all these spots to their maximum. But this is going to be another really cool hunt. We did a similar hunt last year at the same place, a similar group mentored hunt. We had a ton of fun. We had lots of action. The sign out there looks good. There's a lot of really good squirrel habitat. So should be a lot of fun. And the cool thing about the public land site that we chose for this hunt is it actually allows you to use a .22 rifle. There's a lot of public sites in the state that kind of restrict that and require to use a shotgun for squirrel, but this site allows .22. So this is kind of why we selected it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be kind of a full morning thing. Meet up in the morning, have a brief conversation, meet your mentor for the day, and then go out and squirrel hunt for a few hours. And then, we'll bring you back, show you how to process the squirrels. And we've also kind of scheduled it that we may do a nice cookout. It's kind of weather dependent. Obviously this is late season, so this will be January, February. So may be prohibitively cold or weather dependent on whether or not we're going to do a cookout, but we're planning on it if the weather allows. So should be a lot of fun.
Get the most out of squirrel hunt as we can.
Yeah.
And then also another example of perfect scenario where that hunt last year, those guys met after we were all done. We went back up in the parking lot and they decided a handful and went back out the next weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just that networking that we're providing, and when we see it actually happen, it's like, oh, it's working. This is awesome.
This is another hunt.
Networking goes beyond hunt camp. I think that's a perfect example, Jason. These mentored hunts are more of a chance to get you plugged into that pipeline, which is what we know it takes. It's hard to be a solo as an island function and hunt out there in Illinois. So we don't want you to be an island. That's what hunt camp's all about.
Absolutely.
And sorry to keep
No,
talking.
go ahead.
The benefit of waterfowl and squirrel, all the non-deer hunting, is that it's group activities, really. I mean, besides deer, you really can get out and get to know people a bit better. So that's what's so fun about these other hunts that aren't just deer hunts. So even if you haven't tried waterfowl hunting before, go out and try it. And this could be a great opportunity here. But it also gives you more chance to talk to folks and get to know them a little bit better than just going out and sitting and being still all day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Waterfowl hunting's a lot of fun. And this is just one of several different waterfowl hunts we'll have at Hunt Camp available to be given away. But this happens to be a hunt here at Clinton Lake in kind of central Illinois. So they have a really unique kind of wetland unit on the kind of northeast side of the lake that has some pre-built blinds, and we were lucky enough to draw one. And so we're going to invite a couple new hunters to come along with us. And so the way, again, we're going to decide who wins this one. Whoever gets picked, whoever's ticket gets picked, they're going to have the opportunity to bring a +1. If they don't, we're going to immediately go ahead and fill that spot with another ticket. But this is going to be a really cool hunt, and we're probably going to go ahead and cook breakfast in the blind too. That's one of my favorite aspects of duck hunting is getting to eat some of the good food while you're out there in the blind. So it'll be a lot of fun. Not too much equipment. Luckily, we have pretty much all the equipment you'll need. Waders are kind of a good idea, but not necessary. So another really cool hunt and one of many waterfowl hunts. But it's just not, not just waterfowl and squirrel. We've got a lot of upland hunts. And so we kind of mentioned Freddie Reyes a few minutes ago, talking about his Spanish speaking squirrel hunt. Another one here from Freddie. This will be kind of a controlled pheasant hunt, but you'll be able to hunt with Freddie and his gorgeous dog. You can see there in the picture, Bailey. So that's actually a picture Freddie just sent in from a couple days ago, opening day of dove season.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, had a pretty good hunt already.
Yeah, he had some success. He got some squirrels too, so it was a good
Nice.
mixed bag day.
That's a good
Man,
day.
very cool.
Yeah, so got plenty of upland hunts as well. So again, we're just kind of quickly rolling through these, highlighting some of the more unique opportunities, but there's going to be a lot of different hunts there. This is another one. I'll kind of let Curtis tell a little bit about this.
Yeah, so Rennie, we met him last year at Hunt Camp. He donated a similar hunt, and one of our good buddies, Aram, won that hunt and got to go out with him. And we heard just great things from Aram about Rennie and how he really showed him not only where to go, but really talked about the reasonings why he was choosing different spots and why he might move around, and really did a good job of mentoring more than just taking somebody out in the woods and letting them have fun out there, which is great also. But so yeah, Rennie's a great mentor. He's still kept in touch with Aram to this day. So there's going to be an Aram 2.0 at Hunt Camp 2023, because luckily Rennie, he enjoyed that experience. He enjoyed teaching somebody new some of the cool things that he's learned along the way. And so he's going to do it again. And whoever wins this hunt is going to have fun. This is going to be in public land somewhere in northeastern Illinois. He's got a couple different spots. He's working on some things. You might get some access to some pretty cool areas if you win this hunt, is all I'm going to say. But Rennie's actually going to be at Hunt Camp. He's one of our hunt donors that's going to be there, as is Freddie Reyes. So a lot of these folks are actually going to be there. So after you win the hunt, come up and talk to them. Meet there. Who knows? Maybe you'll be excited enough you'll want to buy them a beer over there at Deacon's, or a non-alcoholic soda or something, whatever they might be drinking. But this is going to be a fun hunt, and Rennie's going to not only get you on some deer, but he's going to teach you some stuff that normally takes you many hours in the woods to learn. So a nice little head start, and we're excited about this one for sure. He's a traditional hunter, as you can see in the picture. So special place in my heart for all traditional hunters. That means he knows how to get close enough to smell deer, and that's good. That's good.
That's awesome. And again, this is just one of many deer hunts that we'll be giving away at Hunt Camp. But this is one I'm particularly excited about. I know you guys kind of are too, as we've been putting this thing together.
We've been telling each other that we're going to do this hunt just ourselves
Personally,
since
yeah.
we've met each other. So for the past 4 years, we've been talking about doing this, and now we're like, we got to get an excuse to finally get our butts down in the Shawnee and go turkey hunting in backcountry turkey woods here. So go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, it's gonna be I think one of the cooler hunts that we get to do. What's really unique about Illinois is there's not a lot of opportunity for this kind of backcountry style hunting, where you go out to a remote piece of ground, you camp out there, you basically live out there for a few days, you hunt your face off. So we're going to bring a bunch of people with us. So what we're planning right now is we're going to bring along 6 new hunters for this initiative. We've got several mentors in addition to myself, Curtis, and Jason. We've got Freddie Reyes again coming out with us, so Spanish speaking. And we've also got Mike Garcia. So Mike Garcia is another ambassador who will be at Hunt Camp, so you can chat with him. But this is going to be a really unique opportunity to get out, do some backcountry hunting, and try to put a beautiful turkey on the ground. And what I'm really excited about this hunt is not only the turkey, but just the days spent around the campfire, because obviously turkey season ends rather quickly in the day. And so there's a lot of opportunity for additional, exploring everything the Shawnee has to offer, looking for morel mushrooms, maybe some fishing. There's going to be lots of opportunities for some additional, outdoor recreation while we're out there. But again, the main purpose is for a turkey hunt, and I promise you're going to hear a lot of turkey, you're going to see a lot of turkey, and hopefully we put some turkeys on the ground. But it's going to be a great opportunity, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool thing about Mike, that buck in his picture right there, that's from the Shawnee National
Absolutely.
Forest. So he actually does have experience camping down there and hunting. It wasn't for turkey, it was for deer, but he connected on a nice buck. So I'm excited we've got him to come along as a good luck charm down there in Shawnee, because obviously that place likes him.
Absolutely. And this is one that will take quite a bit of coordination and planning as we kind of, get closer and closer to the event. So this one, we're going to stay in constant communication with the hunt winners. Again, we're going to bring 6, and so we're going to select 3, and they'll all have the opportunity to bring a +1. If they don't, we're going to go ahead and draw another hunter right then and there and fill this thing out. So should be a lot of fun. Look out for this one. If it was me, I would definitely put several raffle tickets in this and try to win this hunt, because I think this is going to be a pretty sweet hunt. You're going to learn a lot, you're going to see a lot, and you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And another really kind of unique opportunity, this is a conservation order light goose hunt. So this will be during—
This is the opposite of turkey hunting.
Yeah, complete opposite. And so this is going to be another unique hunt. This will be through a private outfitter. We do have an individual that's going to cover the fees for the winners to cover their cost of going through the outfitter. This one is going to be very dependent on habitat and on bird numbers. So again, just kind of like the last turkey one, we're going to stay in constant communication with you and with the other mentors who are helping out on this hunt as we kind of get closer and start planning things. So going to be exciting. And if you've never been on a snow goose hunt, these pictures here at the bottom don't even do it justice. It is the most birds you'll ever see in your life in one place. It's the loudest you'll ever hear birds in one place, and you can come home with a lot of meat, because this conservation order is a unique season. A lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but several of the normal waterfowl hunting regulations, like electronic callers, like plugs in your shotguns, the number of birds you can harvest, are pretty much gone
Out the
for
window.
this hunt. This,
Yep.
this hunt is designed to reduce, or this conservation order season is designed to reduce these numbers as much as possible. And so we do have the opportunity to harvest a lot of birds and to see a lot of birds. So should be a really unique hunt, not something that a lot of people get to do, because historically you do have to go through an outfitter in a lot of cases to have, a fairly productive snow goose hunt, because it relies on thousands and thousands of decoys. And luckily all that'll be handled by the outfitter. So we just show up in the morning and get to hunting.
And we're going to wait for the birds to show up, right? So that's why it's kind of going to
Absolutely.
be, we got to communicate with the outfitter, make sure that those flocks are down there like that. And then, so it's not a waste of time.
Yeah, we want to time it as best we can.
Yep.
Yeah. So it should be a lot of fun. Another upland hunt that we'll kind of bring to the table. This is with Perry DeLuigi, and he's actually donated several different upland hunts. This just happens to be one of them. But Perry is, in my opinion, one of the most well-recognized and established upland hunters that I've met in the state. Not only is he affiliated with the Friends of Des Plaines, which is where you'll be hunting, he's also affiliated with the German Shorthair Pointer Club of Illinois. And so you'll get to hunt with some very highly trained and highly skilled dogs out on a pheasant hunt at Des Plaines State Fish and Wildlife area. So that's in Will County, not too far from the city if you're in the area. And again, he's donating several of these hunts, and these are +1, so you'll get to bring along, a friend, family member, spouse, whoever.
Yep.
So awesome hunts.
Yeah, great opportunity to talk to Perry even.
And that's kind of all the hunts that we wanted to highlight today. Obviously, we've went through those quite quick, but we have an entire collection that we haven't even shared with you. Those were just some of the ones we thought would be interesting to people and drum up some interest. So
Yeah, we're going to have right around 50. We're still waiting for the dust to settle to see how many outdoor experiences we're going to have. But we're going to be pretty close to 50. 50 was our goal. We may wind up hitting it. We're not sure. We're really, really close. So that's a lot of different experiences, a lot of memories on the board. That's a lot of cool things. And getting to bring them +1, talk that friend of yours that you've always been wanting to get out hunting. They need that encouragement. This might be just the thing to get them out in the field with you.
absolutely. Well, Curtis, you want to tell us a little bit more about some of the other demonstrations, activities, games, educational boosts that are going to be?
Yeah. First, I think it's important to go over the point again. Like Jason said, this is not a fundraiser. This is a social event for hunters, really trying to allocate mentored hunting opportunities for new hunters and just giving us back that social capital that we used to have. And so there is no way to buy. We shouldn't even call them raffle tickets. They're
Right.
giveaway tickets. there's no way to buy them. So when you get at Hunt Camp, we're going to give you your packet of tickets. You can go and choose wherever you put those depending on what you want to win. There's no way to buy tickets. So you might be able to win some more tickets if you perform well in a couple of the games I'm about to tell you about, but you can't buy them. So that's kind of what sets Hunt Camp apart from other events like this is once you pay your $10, come in, all the food, all the games, everything is for free. We don't want any more of your money. And actually, a little secret, we use all that $10 to buy gear that winds up on the table, which we haven't done yet. That table's going to grow substantially because we're going to take a trip out to Bass Pro with all the ticket sales money right before Hunt Camp. And it's going to be a fun shopping trip. We're going to get all kinds of cool gear that's all going to be given away. But now, I mentioned the games. The games at Hunt Camp, I think, are really unique also because these are not your standard carnival games. We tried to come up with fun games that outdoors people would enjoy. And so we're going to be testing these out. First time, Hunt Camp 2023. These are our brand new, I'm not sure if we're going to copyright them or not, but these are our Illinois Learn to Hunt hunting games. The first one is going to be a yardage estimation game. Right? Everybody knows that person that's always, oh, yeah, that's 24 yards away. Yeah, that's 16 and a half yards away. They think they're pretty good. Well, it's finally time to put your money where your mouth is. We're going to test you out. Come up and play this game. We're going to have a starting mat you got to set at, and we're going to have a series of 3D targets and duck decoys, goose decoys set out a bunch of distances away from you, and you've got to judge them all from that one spot. Now, whoever gets closest at Hunt Camp is going to win. So we're going to find out who is the best at yardage estimation at all of Hunt Camp. I'm going to be super excited to find out who that is. But also, I know we've got some anglers out there, right? People that enjoy fishing. We're going to have an accuracy casting competition. So we're going to find out who's the best person at Hunt Camp at tossing those baits into tight spots. You step up to the plate, we're going to give you a rod and reel, and there's going to be a series of targets out in the field, and you get 5 casts to see how many points you can come up with. So it's almost like, you remember the old quarterback challenges that they did away with a long time ago for some unknown reason? Those were fun. But this is going to be like the Angler's Accuracy Challenge. So another really fun game we're going to have, and something that I don't think you see at your common carnival. The last game that I'm going to mention that's new is our Mini Bow Hunters Challenge. So we're going to set up a little mini bow hunters course and use our Mathews Genesis bows turned down. So they're only going to be pulling, I don't know, like 14 pounds. So anybody can do it. And we're going to set up a little mini course and see how many points you can rack up. And again, we're going to crown a winner. And the winner of all these games is not only going to win bonus tickets that they can put in for prizes, but we're also going to give you a little prize that's going to help you along in your hunting journey as well. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then we are going to have the return of the trivia, which was super popular last year. So if you think you know a thing or two about outdoors, wildlife, any of that stuff, we're going to have a trivia game you can play right on your smartphone. You just scan a code and answer all these questions, and we're going to find out who knows the most about Illinois outdoors and wildlife, because once again, we're going to get it down to a single winner, and that winner is going to win bonus tickets and also a prize to help them on their way. So pretty cool games, and even without all the prizes and donated hunts, gosh, I would go just to play some of these games. These sound pretty fun, guys.
Yeah, that's just, like you said, just a few of them. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to, interact with people, test your abilities, test your skills, because that's what I find, really cool, especially about the yardage estimation, is not only do you get to play a cool game, but you also get to test yourself and to teach yourself, do I need to spend more time practicing this? Because we know how important, that specific skill is for us as bow hunters, especially, and especially for shooting waterfowl. It can be quite difficult if you just have one random duck flying to be able to say, is that 20 yards or is that 35? And a lot of times that may make a difference to decide whether or not you take the shot. So come out, check us out. And again, this is just a sample. We're going to have educational stations scattered throughout the
Mhm.
throughout the event that you can, peruse and talk to various outdoor groups, whether it's the folks at Pheasants Forever, Fur Takers of America. I would like Curtis to tell us a little about one of the cool demonstrations that's going to be there, whether it's the dog training or even the Great Lake Falconry Association. So if you want to tell us a little bit about those demonstrations that'll be happening at Hunt Camp.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to have educational tables set up for the whole time, and these are tables you can come and go as you like. So it's set up kind of like a county fair. So you can go to the tables that interest you, but we're going to have tables set up for map reading. We're going to have tables set up for waterfowl ID. We're going to have tables set up for trail cameras. Dan mentioned we're going to have one of the best dog trainers around. Overall Retriever Training is going to be there to answer your questions, any questions you might have on dog training, or if you really want the cheat code, just go ahead and take your dog to ORT, because they do a great job, and they're going to turn your hunting dog up a notch or two, that's for sure. But we're also going to have Fur Takers running a whole trapping table. You can learn about wildlife trapping, nuisance trapping, and then one of the other new groups we're super excited about, the Great Lakes Falconry Association. They're going to be there. A lot of people don't even know that you can still hunt with falconry. You can go out, and instead of using a gun or a bow to harvest your animal, your weapon can be a bird of prey, a red-tailed hawk, or a peregrine falcon, the fastest animal in the world. That is just
That's awesome.
unbelievable. And we're going to have them there to not only answer questions at educational tables, but they're even going to do a special demonstration just for us at Hunt Camp. And it's a secret. They haven't told us exactly what it's going to be yet, but I know already that it's going to be something memorable, and everybody's phones are going to be out probably and recording this. It's going to be pretty sweet. So we're super excited about that.
And then on top of all that, I think one last thing we haven't mentioned yet is that there's going to be an art and craft table, Curtis, with the professional artists that we got lined up.
Yeah, so for people, yeah, maybe whatever, you only can do so much education and games. Maybe you're more the artistic type. So we're going to have an area for you. Feel free to bring in an item that you would like to paint that's wildlife related. So some examples of that could be skulls, could be feathers, as long as they're cleaned from past game, and as long as they're legal, of course. You can bring those in and turn it into art. But we'll also have like rocks, stones around that you can use to paint, and just a little bit of time you can sit back. We've got a friend of mine, Anna from Arctic Haven Studios, who's going to be down running this, and she can help you out. And it's a chance for people to sit back, take a few minutes, and make something cool, something crafty, something artsy that you can even take home and remember Hunt Camp. But yeah, that's great for if you're trying to convince somebody who maybe isn't super interested in the games or the education. Oh yeah, I can paint some rocks and maybe skulls. Like, that sounds pretty cool. So that's another new aspect we're really excited about. And I should mention that when we went through the games, we didn't mention the special games, which I'm sure people are going to be super excited about. New thing is we have a icebreaker game this year, which is something we heard from people last year. And I'm not going to give away any surprises with this icebreaker game. All I can tell you is that it's going to be silly. People are going to they're going to look a little foolish, but it's all in good fun. It'll be all to break down our barriers and start talking. And again, there's going to be winners that win something cool out of that. And then returning again is the final showdown. So once again, Safari Club International Chicago chapters graciously donated a Henry Golden Boy. Somebody at Hunt Camp is winning a Henry Golden Boy, which that's what the winner last year brought to the squirrel hunt. That is
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Beautiful gun. Yeah, he wound up winning a squirrel hunt and the gun. But anyway, the final showdown is this very special game we have at the very end that's going to narrow the field down to a single victor who's going to win this gun. And the unique thing about the final showdown is the games are somewhat skill based. So instead of being completely random, It's going to take a little bit of skill to win this, but the way to get in is by participation. So like we mentioned, this is not a fundraiser, but one thing that we do want to do is encourage everybody to participate and to join groups that are applicable to you. So how we do that is everybody who joins a group at Hunt Camp, maybe that's Pheasants Forever, maybe that's Fur Takers of America, maybe that's National Wild Turkey Federation, maybe that's Artemis, go down the list, anybody who's there, you join any of those groups and you get to pick a card. I should say you get to pick the suit of a card. So I walk up to Dan, I join National Wild Turkey Federation. He says, awesome, you joined, what card would you want? I'll say a club. Then I walk up to Jason and say, hey, Jason, I want to join Delta Waterfowl. Awesome, now I've joined. What card do you want? I want a heart. Now I've got a heart and a club. That's how you get into the final showdown. At the very end, we're going to draw 2 cards out of the deck. Anybody who has those 2 suits is in. And from there, it's going to be a barrage of skill-based games that's going to get us down to a single winner who's taken down one sweet, sweet lever action 22, Henry Golden Boy. It's a lot of fun, and that's our nightcap. That's the way we end the night. And it's back again this year, and I'm sure it's going to be just as popular this year as it was last.
So Curtis, I'm not a great mathematician, but if you join 4 groups, you can get all 4 suits and guarantee yourself a spot in the final showdown to try to win a 22 rifle.
I don't have my calculator. Don't ask me questions right now. Geez, I think that's right. I'll have to tabulate it on my abacus when we finish this recording. But yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so come check us out September 23rd. Remember, if you're interested in learning more or purchasing your tickets, IllinoisHuntCamp.com. We'll also put a link down in the description below of this video, so you can just quick click that link, take you right over there. But we look forward to seeing everybody, and it should be a lot of fun.
You got to talk about the food too before we go.
Sure, yeah.
Graciously, Illinois Conservation Foundation, ICF. So a lot of you folks, when you buy your tag, you see that little box that says donate to ICF. Maybe you don't know where that money goes. Well, I'm going to tell you, ICF does a ton to support hunters. And that might be through hunts that they run on their property. And some of that is by what they're doing to Hunt Camp. They're coming to Hunt Camp. They donate not only all the food, but all the labor to cook the food, because that's how much they care about hunters. So they're going to be running the barbecue grills, slinging burgers, dogs, and all the fixins there. They do that all night as supplies last. So once you get in, all that food is free. You don't have to pay for it. That's thanks to ICF. And then IDNR is bringing Kopi burgers again. So we will, or I should call them Kopi patties, not really burgers, but so we will have a fish option for those of you that don't like burgers and dogs. We will have a fish option that's brought to us from the IDNR. So awesome food while supplies last. And the whole event is at Deacon's Restaurant and Bar. So also, I've heard it's an excellent restaurant. I haven't eaten there yet, but every picture I've seen looks delectable. So they'll also be open. So anybody that's got a sweet tooth, maybe you want a dessert, pop on over to Deacon's for a quick dessert. They've also got a full bar, so they'll be selling drinks all night. You can go and purchase those, and we'll be right on site. So we'll have your food and drink situation covered when you come to Hunt Camp.
Absolutely. Anything else to add?
Nope.
Awesome.
What are you doing? $10. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. It's gonna be a funny.
What was that website? That website's super easy to remember. It's just www.illinoishuntcamp.com. You can't forget it as long as you remember it's Illinois Hunt Camp, because that's the website. It's easy. We're simple creatures here.
You're simple.
Man.
Simple things.
September 23rd. We'll see you there.
Yep.
No, wait.
You covered up ours, but not it.
Oh, I guess I forgot it's 2 Oh, well.
Oh, well, bye.
I was doing like the normal YouTube-y thing.
If you made it this long, it was worth seeing Dan do that.